there's also another issue that always comes up when you talk about people in the diaspora and those back home. Mm-hmm. It is, of course, the disparity in the development level between here and the countries back in Africa. Absolutely. And many times the people in the diaspora are being accused of going back home with their noses up in the air and trying to impose what is seen as Western ways, Western values, Western standards, when actually they should leave Africa to kind of craft African solutions to African problems. What's your take on that?
I don't necessarily agree with that because Africans in the diaspora very much know of the history of African countries. So Western imposition and Western ideals have been imposed during colonial times. So that's not something that is new sort of to the forefront. I think what we are bringing back is a sort of experience that we as Africans have experienced in the diaspora.
How about the expectations where a person goes back home and they feel like the bureaucracy, perhaps the kind of management of things is kind of too inhibiting, and then when you question that, what is the response usually?
But that's what having exposure gives you. When you're able to see a system differently, right? You're able to now question that things are in place. So those who are unable to see a different type of system automatically may assume that this is normal, right? Or this is normal behavior. This is the way that a government is supposed to run. But when you come outside of those countries, right, and you're able to compare and contrast, you're able to say, well, these policies may be better, or well, this government should be run this way, or here are some of the suggestions or recommendations or concerns that I have in terms of what is good governance, right? And we're not saying good governance is westernized government. We're saying good governance, right, is ensuring that, one, there's free and fair elections, one, there are institutions of education, right, that provide adequate education, that healthcare systems are running effectively, that people are able to find employment and live a decent life and have decent wages. These are some of the composites of what we call good governance. And it's not that, and these expectations, yes, we should have expectations. Even the people back home should have expectations of their elected leaders, in which they do. And then sometimes it's not upheld, right? And that's where we come in a sense, and lend that voice and lend that helping hand and lend that advocacy that says, no, we understand what's going on. We're here to support you. We understand the plight, and whatever we can do and use our platform and the opportunity that we have to push opportunities and to push, prosperity and progression forward. That's what we want to do. So we are all on the same page.